Chapter 6. Matt stood up behind his best friend, waiting for his sister. He looked up and noticed that the sky was a brilliant pale blue, with only the occasional high cloud. Perfect. No threat of rain to ruin the day. The music started and Matt turned to look down the aisle formed by the rows of chairs. Alex made her way toward him. She wore a long form-fitting dress of purple. It was almost the exact color of a ripe plum. It was perfect with her skin tone and made her look like she glowed. Her hair was left to hang in a dark curtain down her back, making her the most beautiful thing he'd seen in a long time. Matt knew he shouldn't be thinking of the girl like this, but he couldn't make himself look away. His eyes met hers and a shot of heat went through him. He didn't know why it kept happening, but he didn't like it. She was barely more than a child. Besides, the last thing he needed was a relationship, much less a long-distance one. The music changed, pulling him from his thoughts. He blinked and realized Alex now stood across from him, and his sister and father were coming down the aisle. He blinked and looked at JV again. She looked happier than he'd seen her look in a lot of years. He knew he'd thought that a lot recently, but it was true. He hadn't seen her smile this much since she was a kid, since before he'd gone away to college. He knew she had likely been happy since then, but he hadn't been there to see it. JV and their father stopped in front of him. He listened with half an ear to know when he had to participate, but he had a hard time keeping his mind in the moment.